Time for a look at your West Tennessee forecast with meteorologist Brian Davis.
And a very good Tuesday, everyone. Meteorologist Brian Davis here with a look at your weather. And we're going to be kind of at war here over the next day and a half with the weather going to look quite active. We've already got some thunderstorms out there right now. Let's go ahead and get a check on your weather live in Savannah. Look at those dark clouds. I would not doubt that a thunderstorm pops up anytime here or in the vicinity. We do have some in the little bit more distant vicinity there in the north part of the county. 79 degrees, winds out of the south-southwest at, 13 miles per hour. Memphis coming in at 75 degrees, southwest winds at 13. Kind of overcast there right now. Trenton got kind of the dark, stormy look to the sky at times, kind of the hazy sunshine, almost a summer-like sky that we're seeing. 77 degrees. It's warm out there, folks. And 81 with 14-mile-per-hour winds. It does not feel like 18,000 degrees. We got to get that fixed on the sensor. That's something coming through wrong there. But 58% humidity, dew point at 64 degrees right now, so back to some real humid air across the area. 81 in Alamo, 77 in Union City and Camden. We've got 81 in Parsons and Bolivar, almost 80 in Savannah, where we're at 79, and lots of warm temperatures out there, either upper 70s to around 81 is what we're looking at out there. Winds gusting as high as about 25 miles per hour. You know, we're kind of in that setup where you get the gusty winds, you know, and we can kind of anticipate that there's going to be some storms. It feels like storms out there as you step outside. It's a very humid, warm air mass that's all around us right now. Cold front just to the northwest, several areas of low pressure that are going to be coming our way. That cold front, though, is going to be slowly etching our way into tonight, and we'll get some storms off of that, kind of moving from the southwest to the northeast. So we'll have to watch that. Here's today's outlook. Here's tomorrow. We're still all in a slight risk. So let's zoom in on that. You can see mainly west and northwest Tennessee. Not much has changed on this. We'll have to watch out. And this is going to be late tonight. You'll see this on the Futurecast as some of these storms could brush some of our western and northwestern counties there tonight. So 1 out of 5 risk quickly increases to 2 out of 5, though, a little further north and west. And then here's the dreaded Wednesday. This is going to be in through a lot of the day tomorrow. Starts in probably around 1 o'clock in the afternoon. The risk starts to really uptick there and then goes into the nighttime hours. So this will be kind of a most of the daylight, daytime situation going on here. Again, that's a 2 out of 5 slight risk. It encompasses all of West Tennessee. Here's your risks. Now, for today, you can see it's all west and northwest Tennessee. Now, these percentages range from about 4% up to about 15%, so they are on the low end. But the first one across the top here, that's your severe wind possibility. And you can see it kind of clips west and northwest Tennessee. The one in the middle here, tornado probability, just clips the fringe areas of Northwest Lake. A little smidge of Northwest Dyer County looks to be included there. And then across to the right there, you see the hail outlook. I know this is a lot of information, but it kind of gives us some good information based on percentages. Again, the low percentage, this is 5 to 15% here. So for west and northwest Tennessee, severe hail probability. So again, what this tells me, we got to watch late tonight into the early morning hours from about 11 p.m. tonight till probably around 2 a.m. That's going to be the greatest potential time for anything to affect those areas. Now, across the bottom, that's tomorrow, and you can see we're all included there. As you look at the severe wind, it's throughout any part of West Tennessee. This is going to be up to as high as 29% probability. So that's pretty high, folks. Almost 30% probability of damaging winds in any given one area. And then in the middle there, the tornado outlook. The worst of it's going to be south in the south counties and points beyond. You get down into Mississippi, it goes up much more, but this is going to be 2 to 4% over any part of West Tennessee. A little more numerous on potential tornadic storms as you go into the southern counties. That's what that hatched outlined area, the little dashes mean, and the brown area goes up higher. It's from a 5 to a 9% risk, so a little bit higher there across central and northern Mississippi. And then to the right there across the bottom, that would be your severe hail outlook. And again, that's a 4 to a 9% risk, pretty high. So we're going to have some hailstorms in and across the area to have to deal with tomorrow. Radar right now, as we mentioned, we do have some thunderstorms popping up. You can see right in around the Henderson area, just scraping through north parts of the Hardin County area, but nothing else south of there. So we've been looking at closely. And then you can see a little bit of stuff trying to form there just north of Bolivar back towards Oakland. And also right there just west of Dyersburg, a little bit of activity trying to form there. And we'll do a final zoom out here. And there you can see all of West Tennessee. So it's mainly just those 2 or 3 little spots that we're watching as of 6 o'clock this evening, 6 o'clock this evening. Now, here's your Futurecast. It shows right in there is around midnight. Look at Northwest Tennessee. Got to watch those storms this tonight. And then even a chance through the morning hours. But here we are, noon tomorrow. Getting more active, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, right into 4 o'clock in the evening tomorrow, 5, 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock in the evening, 8 o'clock in the evening. That doesn't look horrible, but, any of that stuff could wind up being a severe storm, a supercell, and any of that could produce a possible tornado. Again, we'll let that rerun again real quick. Right there, midnight tonight, watch out from Dyersburg up to Union City. That little 2 or 3 hour window we'll be watching, and we'll break in as needed. Then tomorrow, here's 2 o'clock in the afternoon, right through the 4 o'clock hour, those bright areas showing those intense thunderstorms. They could be bowed slightly by the high winds aloft and stretch them out. We wind up with severe thunderstorms there. So again, it's going to be much of the day tomorrow. Here's your hourly forecast the rest of the evening. A thunderstorm can't be ruled out anytime throughout tonight or in the morning, but much better chances, close to around 90% comes in tomorrow. And so mainly just mostly cloudy at the bus stop in the morning, high 60s, so it'll be very mild. And then by the time school gets out, yes, we'll be under that severe threat throughout the afternoon and nighttime there. 7-day forecast, stormy today, a few scattered storms, and overnight, and then best chance of getting a storm, and especially a severe storm, is in the afternoon through the nighttime tomorrow. Chance of that is about 90%, if not a little bit higher here. Then back to some cold, almost chilly weather for Thursday. Friday looks pretty good, upper 60, sunshine. Saturday looks beautiful, 74, and a few storms may be in the mix for the second half of Sunday, and then that's going to cool us back down to about 38 degrees by Monday morning. Could even have a few areas of some cold, patchy rain or drizzle or even some snow flurries Monday morning. And of course, no problems there, as we'll go back up to 58 degrees. That's a look at your weather, friends. Have a great rest of your afternoon. We're watching the weather. We'll break in as needed. Take care.
We are West Tennessee Weather Channel.